What is going on, everybody? This is Broncojuggalo.
And Bill.
And today we are doing yet another sequel in the Phantasm franchise. We're doing Phantasm 4 Oblivion. This one came out in 1998, 4 years after the other one.
They take a while.
And they look visibly older, but yet we're supposed to think they're all the same age still. Which, by the way, they try to use in this movie to fuck you up in the head.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really work, in my opinion.
I don't think so either.
Personally, guys, part 4, am I right in saying that we could take it or leave it?
Yeah, I found it to be just kind of too much of a mess.
It reminded me, actually, it made me think they were trying to go back to what they did in the original. And I don't think they pulled it off quite as well.
No.
And the original, I'm not a giant fan of, but I think this one tried and failed. It really did.
I think so too.
So Mike has fled, and Reggie is left behind with the tall man. The tall man inexplicably lets him go. Reggie goes on a search for Mike so they can continue their battle. Meanwhile, Mike's having some weird existential fucking shit going on with that ball that he thinks is his brother. You know?
Yeah. Everybody's a ball.
Yep. The original script written for this movie by Roger Avery was supposed to be set in a post-apocalyptic world after the tall man had destroyed everything. And it was going to star Bruce Campbell as well.
That might be kind of cool.
I think it might have been kind of cool to see them kind of merge that universe with like the Evil Dead universe and have him actually play Ash. And they made up, and we got the Deadites teaming up with the tall man. You know, I think that would be kind of cool. The current film that is Phantasm Oblivion was actually made to finance, so they could get financing for that film, and that film was going to be called Phantasm's End. It never came to pass. This film, if you'll notice, has no longer been released by Universal. It was done by MGM because of the dispute between Universal and Don Coscarelli. So they found a new home on MGM. So if you give me that, please.
Yeah.
I think that it's kind of cool that they were able to get all of the films on this release. Seeing as how we have Universal, Bad Robot, MGM, you know, all these different people that...
Shout Factory.
Yeah, Shout Factory, Scream Factory. You know, I think that's pretty cool they were able to get them all. Kind of cool fact is Don Coscarelli's daughter, Wendy, actually plays the... We like to call them Jawas. Plays the dwarf zombie creature that Reggie shoots in the face with a gun, with a handgun. So I thought that was kind of cool. Alright guys, let's just jump right in here. Pros and cons time. You want to start with pros or cons?
Let's start pros this time. Why not?
Alright, my first one, again, does a great job. Angus Scrim. In fact, all the actors do a pretty decent job.
They do. They do.
And this one was more Mike's story than Reggie's. Last one was more Reggie's story. This one's more Mike's story.
Yes.
And but the Angus Scrim, I got to give him shouts. He plays such a good role in this. Not only does he play the evil tall man, he plays the precursor to the tall man. And we find, well, I don't want to spoil everything, but we do find out that the tall man is actually just copies of this guy that are sinister and have a plot that was trapped in this other dimension. He was a Mr. Morningside or whatever his name is. Morningstar, Morningside, whatever.
Yeah, and he was an inventor.
He was an inventor and a mortician. And that's why he had the Morningside Mortuary or Morningstar, whatever the fuck it's called. And so the tall man took his identity basically, and every tall man we get in these movies is a new tall man. They're all copies of the original. Which that's where the age thing comes in, is they made it to look like Angus Scrim was the age he is now, or when the filming took place.
Yeah.
But yet they needed to make it look like he was younger, so they should have used him, and they didn't. They didn't do makeup on Reggie either. He's visibly older. He's got gray hair.
Yes.
You know, even though it's supposed to take place like the very next day. They should have, in my opinion, they should have done that. But the performances, especially Angus Scrim, are there. Loved it. Go ahead.
That'll work into my next... Well, my first pro for this film is that we do get kind of a backstory for the tall man. I like getting to know this character a little better. Where he came from, sorta. We don't know what dimension he came from, but how he became the tall man. Why he became the tall man. you don't really get the whole why he's evil.
Yeah, we don't know yet still
Yeah.
what the whole plot is.
But
we know it's an
get
invasion.
something.
We know it's world domination and an invasion.
Yes.
But we don't know what they're going to do with the planet. We don't know. Maybe we'll find out in Ravager. I'm not sure. Ravager was made. It was made in 2016. This was 18 years after
Jeez.
this movie, and it still has all the original actors. So maybe we'll find out. I don't know. Yeah, I would like to see more of that other dimension. I'm hoping in Ravager we do get to see something.
I'm hoping
Because
so
I would
too.
like to see what it's all about. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I was told there would be questions answered. It didn't answer any questions for me in this movie. In fact, this movie really felt kind of flat for me.
I know.
In fact, and it left me with more questions. Well, I'll get into that in here in a minute.
Yeah, let's yeah.
My next one is the cinematography. Things look great.
As-
There are some
yes, again.
big, sweeping views in this movie. Instead of just tight close-up shots, we get some big, big shots. And that looks really dope.
Yes, once again, we get great cinematography in this film. I like it all in all the films. They're shot very well. But again, like you said, this one fell a little flat. And going off that, my next pro for this film would have to be our practical effects, our blood and gore. It is still good. It's still on point. We don't get as much of it in this one because this is a more story-driven film.
It's story-driven, but like I said, it kind of well, I'll get into the cons, but it left me a little frustrated.
Okay, yeah.
I like the fact that there's still humor in this movie that carries over from the second and third movies.
Yeah.
There's a good example I love. Reggie, he wants to get with the girl. He finds yet another girl. And he wants to get with her, and she's like, in your dreams, Reggie. And he's like, if you only knew. Which is, of course, a throwback to his dream with Rocky. You know, in the third movie. And I just thought that was really funny. I thought that the humor, it was understated, but it was still there. And it was fun. That's all I got for pros. How about you?
All right, I got one more, you know, and I say this every time, but I've still got to say it again. The tall man is still just a creepy ass guy. He nails this role.
Yeah, Angus Scrimm does a good job.
I've got to give it to him again. He was great in this film.
Yeah, he really does.
But other than that, that's all I got. I guess cons.
Cons. I don't know what it is about Don Coscarelli, if you just don't care or what. But there were so many mess ups in this film again. And I get you got to use the best shots, but that's why you have editing tools to make the best shots look like they flow together.
Okay.
There is so many goofs in this. Pay the fuck attention, Don. Pay attention. You know? Or your editor, have him pay attention.
Somebody pay attention.
You know? There's scene, and we got to see it in the behind the scenes. The scene where Mike hangs himself. It goes to him kicking over the little crate, which shouldn't have held him in the first place. He was so clumsy.
Yeah, that
He kicks over the little crate. It's on its side, and then all of a sudden it's straight back up again.
Yeah.
Then it's on its side, then it's straight back up again. Pay
Yes.
attention. I know that a lot of people don't care about that. I don't either when it's something like not glaringly obvious.
Doesn't just smack you in the face.
Yeah. That's just me. I know.
No,
I mean nitpicky.
no, I found it annoying too. I found that stuff annoying as well.
It's like all these films. And this guy directed Bubba Hotep. And I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching it looking for goofs. Because I never noticed before. Now with this Phantasm franchise, that's all I see.
You're going to be watching every one of his films
I
and
got-
just looking for little things.
I bugged Jason and Joe. I told them, I see now why the Phantasm franchise never reached the top tier of the horror echelon. They're like, it isn't mine. I was like, nope.
Oh boy.
I like to fuck with my friends.
I know you do. Alright, my first big con for this film is we didn't get enough of the little Jawas attacking. And they barely attacked at all in this
I
film.
thought what they did was fun.
Barely.
That part of it I liked.
I wanted more. I wanted more.
It was cool that one of them was a little girl and did a good job.
Oh yeah, that is cool. That is cool, definitely. It just wasn't enough for me, not like the other films. The other films, you know, you didn't get many scenes with them, but those scenes you got, they were fucking great. They're just so lively, and there's so many of them.
Right.
And now in these ones, it's like 1 or 2, maybe 3. It's like, what? Come on. Need a little more than that.
Right.
Need a little more action out of these guys.
For me, a big con for me is we still really got that. It feels like he's making it up as he goes along. Like they got
It's a
halfway
little
through
bit
the
of a mix.
script. They got halfway through the script and they were like, what do we do now? Okay, you know what? You do this. Oh, you know what? Mike, that's not really your brother anymore. He's not really. It's just a trick. It's not real. It just felt like they were making it up on the fly. I wonder how many, if there were rewrites to the script during filming, because that's what it feels like to me. It feels like it was rewritten while they were filming it. Just saying.
And yeah, that's a big con of mine too. I just felt this movie was a mess. It didn't know where it was going. It just sort of went somewhere, and then, like you said, decided, well, let's do this instead. Or there was only half the script made. It really just felt messy. Another con of mine, we already talked about this a little bit, were the flashback scenes where you got to see them. They're older. They're older. This is supposed to be a flashback. And they're the same age as they are now.
They did use some original footage from the first movie too. They used some not used footage to show Mike when he was a little kid.
They used some of that.
So you could tell that they rewrote the script around those pieces.
Again, just a mess.
Yeah. For me, my final con, and this is what makes it a big one for me, is this movie left me feeling frustrated and with more questions than answers.
Yes,
And
I agree.
If I would have watched this movie back when it came out in 1998, and then I hoped for a sequel that would answer the questions, and I waited, and I waited, like a lot of you guys did, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited 18 fucking years, I would have been pretty fucking pissed off.
18 years.
So I'm glad that I didn't watch any of these films at that point. I'm glad that I'm viewing the franchise as a whole. Because if I would have waited 18 fucking years to see what happens next, and a lot of people talk shit about Ravager, but just by the poster I've seen of it, it looks kind of cool.
Well,
so I'm hoping it's good.
We'll find out. Because the only movie I've ever seen out of this franchise is the first film.
Well, not until now.
Yeah, until now. Until we started doing
Same
this,
here.
I'd only seen the very first film.
Me too, and that was only a few months back when I got it on Blu-ray.
Oh no, I saw that sucker. God, I don't know how old I was.
I've never seen the Phantasm films until I bought the Blu-ray from a friend of mine off of YouTube.
Ah,
Big shout out to Celluloid Terror.
nice. Well, I've got no more cons for this film.
Guys,
That was a con of mine as well.
Yeah, overall, guys, this movie is not terrible, but it's not the best in the franchise. And like I said, it just kind of falls on its face a little bit. And it made it to where there were parts I enjoyed.
Oh, of course.
But there's a lot of parts I didn't. There's a lot of empty, boring parts, especially where the Mike storylines go. Basically, if they'll keep the camera on Reggie, I'm entertained. That's practically how it goes. Keep the camera on Reggie, alright? Just leave it there.
The middle-aged, balding ice cream man.
Yeah. Just leave it there. You know. And he's proud to be an ice cream man, too. Remember when he suited up in this one?
I know.
He got all the ice cream man uniform on, the little tiny like bow tie looking thing, looking like Colonel Sanders, but then he puts on that leather vest over the top. That looked pretty cool. I mean, I gotta admit.
Okay.
He's got that 4-barrel shotgun, dude. I'm making me one of those.
Don't hurt yourself.
But we gotta make one. The
Don't hurt
principle
yourself.
is sound. All you have to do is put a handle in the thing, put a stock in there. Tie them together with a band, you know,
Oh, yeah,
them
it's
back,
doable.
and cut the barrels. We got to try it. Come on, we'll get some more shotguns. We'll do it.
Yeah, we just can't cut the barrels too short, then they become illegal.
Oh, who cares? Nobody's gonna know about it anyways. Oh, fuck them.
Are you forgetting that we're talking on camera here and this is going?
This is New Mexico. I can do whatever the fuck I want with a gun.
I am not affiliated with this man.
But guys, that's our thoughts on Phantasm, Oblivion, Phantasm 4. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And of course, check out the Broncojuggalo Teespring store. Get all your Broncojuggalo merch, your Bill merch, your Bill and Bronco merch. I just put a brand new long sleeve shirt up of us.
Nice.
And yeah, that's it. Peace out, y'all.
Good night.
Talking about mob shit. Got a couple $100 grand, nah, it ain't much. Mob shit. One phone call, you can get touched. Mob shit. Jimmy gave Tommy a to-do list. Mob shit. Good fellas always got a full clip. Mob shit. Keep the family biz on the